Welcome to another episode of How Do I File, brought to you by the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute. Today we're going to talk about how do I file my migraine claim. All right, migraines, very common claim, right? It's associated with TBI, can be associated with mental health, can be associated with a myriad of things that could result in migraines that you will need to file for. All right. So what we'll talk about are the types of evidence that you will need to satisfy that in-service event element. We'll show you exactly what needs to be in your medical record so you can get that rating. And we'll talk about the nexus of it all right. And as always, thank you guys for all your support. We see the numbers and we will continue to provide that value. Thank you for downloading the tools. Most importantly, thank you for all the feedback. All right, we do this for you. Learn the information, use the information, right? Knowledge unapplied is not very useful. So use the information and then also share the information, right? Share with others so they can also benefit. And feel free to buy me a beer as well by using the link on the screen or using the link in the description, right? I appreciate beer, so and remember to leave the name that you want us to use when we give you your shout out, all right? And we will keep this useful content coming to you. So, as always, enjoy. All right, so as always, it starts with Google. All right, so we'll just go ECFR 38, part 4. This will help us pull up that rating schedule. All right, we want to have the rating schedule. Bingo bongo, right here. And then we'll also pull up the disability claims tracker, right? We're using the rating schedule to look at the information, what do we need to have, and then putting that information on the disability claims tracker. Okay, so to pull up the disability claims tracker, it would be CHKI, helpful veteran. All right, that is the section on the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute where we can get that tracker from. Has to be Google as well. You're Googling, baby. Right? All right, and we come down to where create that disability claims tracker. Click Start Now. Okay, so we're on the disability claims tracker now. We're filing for migraine. If I could spell it correctly, huh? Migraines. Okay, and in terms of in-service event, this migraine is from a TBI that happened in 2017. Resulted from TBI in 2017. Went to doctor. Oh, for headaches. All right, so I had the TBI in 2017. Went to the doctor before separation in 2019, but it was only being talked about as headaches at that point. Prior to separation. That current medical diagnosis got the medical diagnosis in 2020. In 2020. Right? Resulted from that TBI event once again in 2017, which is this is where we believe the migraines came from. Medically diagnosed in 2020. That was a year after separation. Time between that in-service event and the current diagnosis. Once again, in-service event 2017, current diagnosis 2020. That's 3 years. Time from separation to filing the claim. Separated in 2019, filing the claim in 2023. That's 4 years. All right. So at this point, you want to go to that rating schedule. And then in this current medical diagnosis column, you want to make sure you put that criteria in there that you're currently experiencing. Right. So we'll pull up the rating schedule. Okay. So we're back on the rating schedule. And as always, we want to find exactly what we're looking for. We don't want to play around and waste any time. Control F. That's the find function. Let's see. You can't see Control F and it pops up. You can't see it when I share the screen though, for whatever reason, not sure. But Control F, that's the find function. So once you have that up, you just type in migraine and then search the one. Yep, here we go. Diagnostic code for migraines, 8100. All right, keep that in mind. The diagnostic code helps you to identify whatever medical condition you're looking for. Excuse me. So with migraines, we'll see if you're diagnosed with migraines, but they are less frequent attacks, that's 0. If you have characteristics prostrating attacks averaging 1 and 2 months over the last several months, that's a 10% rating. So the first thing we want to ask is, what does prostrating mean? That means so severe that you have to lie down, right? So in your medical records, when you're filing for migraine, you want to let the doctor know whether or not they are so severe that you have to lie down, right? Migraines, as we can see, are rated by frequency and severity, all right? Once you get to that 30% rating, this is with characteristic prostrating attacks occurring on average once a month, right? At least one of these severe migraines per month. 50% with very frequent, completely prostrating. It says very frequent, but it doesn't say how often. But we can assume it's more than once a month, right? Because the 30% is once a month. So if it's more than that once a month, that could be the 50%. Productive of severe economic inadaptability. Economic inadaptability, that means calling out from work, right? Not being able to work, having to leave work early sometimes, right? It's affecting your economics, your ability to produce money, your ability to work, all right? So if that's the case, you want to let the doctor know that as well. Hey, it's messing me up at work. And then whatever evidence that you have from work, you can submit that with the claim also. All right. If that's the situation where the migraines are so severe that you're calling out from work. All right. So let's say we see these characteristics, and with us, we're having prostrating attacks about once a month for the past 6 months. Right. So we would go back to the disability claims tracker and put that in the tracker. All right. So now we're back in the tracker, and we'll come to this medical diagnosis column. We see we got the medical diagnosis in 2020. All right. Have been experiencing. No. Records will show, right? We want to talk to the doctor first, make sure it's in the records, then we put it on the tracker. Records will show prostrating. I think that's correct, though. Prostrating attacks once a month over the past 6 months, right? Got that medical diagnosis in 2020. You're continuing to go to the doctor, and during that time, you'll let the doctors know, hey, I'm having prostrating attacks, and they're happening at least once a month, and this has been going on for the past 6 months. Once you get that medically documented, there is your 30% rating, right? As long as the 3 elements are satisfied, that in-service event, right, the TBI in 2017, which commonly leads to migraine, that current medical diagnosis, right, being actually diagnosed with migraine, and then that nexus. In this case, it would be a short time of separation. If it is an issue, though, your doctor can easily, right, just write your nexus letter saying more than likely these migraines that he was experiencing or she was experiencing as headaches back in 2017, right, that were misdiagnosed, are a result, more likely than not, of that traumatic brain injury experienced in 2017. Right. So that in-service event, we have that information there. We have the current medical diagnosis information here. And we have that time in between service event, whether or not we have a nexus letter information there. As of right now, it will be no to the nexus letter question. But we'll keep it open just in case. And this is what you would take into your claims representative. All right. Letting them know this is what I want to file for. This is the evidence I have so far. What say you? Right? And they will love you for this because you're coming in with a plan. Makes it easier for them to identify, okay, we just need to add this or maybe take away this, right? Whatever the case. It makes them easier, makes it easier for them, to identify exactly how they can help you. All right. And that's it, man. Put it on the tracker. Make sure you read that rating schedule, right? It's not personal, never could be, never will be. right? Keep it about the evidence, and you can get everything that you're looking for. All right. As always, enjoy the rest of your day and continue to explore the most fascinating thing about your life. You. All right. Yeah.